Ladies and gentlemen, I have come across some earth-shattering news that I had to come and share with you today for this auspicious occasion of the new format day. Yes, that is right. It is live as of now. April revision time. My wife's uncle's cousin's brother, who works for Konami, has given me leaked, sensitive documentation revealing the Master Rule 5 April 1st revision 2022. Enjoy. This is a very unique occasion. All of this will be revealed live today, later on an official Konami stream from their new European headquarters of Johannesburg, South Africa. There's going to be new banlist hits, which I'll share in just a moment, but most important, of course, is that there is a ton of new and important policy changes that are going to revolutionize the way that tournament structure works for the foreseeable future. Without further ado, let us break down the new important rule changes and see how they will be fixing Yu-Gi-Oh! For good. Master Rule 5 April 2020 first revision number 1. The monster card type and prefix tuner has been removed from the game. We have basically just decided at this point Crystron Halqifibrax is such a problem that rather than removing more tuners, fuck it, just delete the mechanic. So brave, so courageous. This makes a lot of sense because in order to keep cards like the overpowered Mecha Phantom Beasts archetype in line, they've had to hit things such as O-Lion. Clearly the next step after this was going to be banning fucking Krabons. Halqifibrax will of course still be in the game and it will be a legal target to summon, it just won't summon anything. Just no effect. Maxi has now been unlimited to 3.
Maxi, man.
That's right, we can all now finally enjoy the Earth Insect at 3 in the TCG. But there is a small condition. Although Maxi is now legally playable at 3 for tournaments in Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, the condition is that both players must mutually gentleman's agreement to have the card be legal for their match. So now when you sit down for your round at a YCS, you both have to agree whether or not you want Maxi to be in your duel. Should there be any discrepancy here and both players cannot come to a mutually agreed conclusion, well, you now are both going to be encouraged to call a judge over and the judge will mediate via a coin flip, which is, in all fairness, not really that far off from the current format anyway. Speaking of coin flips, the new policy change regarding coin flips in general is that all coin flip cards, by default, will be expected to be heads. That's right, every coin flip card in the game will just land on heads. So go pick up your cup of aces now. This change was made because of the astronomically high card prices in recent years. They figured that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players can't afford to have cards anyway and will probably not be carrying around cash. There are now new mulligan rules in place. For the time being, mulligan, as you all are aware of it, is the mechanic popular in other TCGs, wherein you draw your opening hand, and if you are not happy with the opening hand because you've completely bricked or something, you can return all of those cards into the deck, shuffle, and then redraw your entire hand again, minus 1 card. So mulligan is now a thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! But there is a catch, of course, and the catch here is that both players are allowed to mulligan their opponent's hand and not their own. So when you sit down and play at a YCS, you will both look at each other's hand and decide whether or not you want to put it back and draw a different hand for your opponent.
This is worthless.
This was to slow down the format and reduce the prevalence of hand traps and combo decks. Another policy change is summoning healthcare. No, not summoning sickness. Summoning healthcare. Due to the new European Health Commission's report on the virus whose name I am not allowed to say in this video for fear of being demonetized, as more money has been approved by the European Commission of Healthcare, monsters can now attack on the turn they are summoned. On turn 1. Thank God for socialism. The side deck will now have to be geometrically placed exactly 90 degrees from your main deck. This is to keep in tune with health and safety standards of various venues across the country. In order to determine the player who may begin the match, Konami has introduced some new methods to allow players to decide upon this. Rather than rolling a dice to decide who goes first, you can now choose to arm wrestle, trial by combat, and you can also partake in a cowboy shootout.
I did nothing wrong, man. I did nothing wrong whatsoever. I got banned. I didn't even know I got banned. Jokingly.
It's high noon. The card text condition, "This card is always treated as Umi," has now been applied to all field spells in the game. This should hopefully provide more support to struggling water decks. Players who will be running at least one copy in either their main or side deck are now legally allowed to, without question, carry a taser with them at events. A new mechanic has been added in which any two effect monsters on your side of the field may be combined together, sent to the graveyard, and perform a special summon ignoring the conditions of Destroy Phoenix Enforcer from the extra deck.
It's not like they're gonna ban Verte anyway.
To celebrate the success of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, Masterpiece is now limited to 1. You've all been asking for it, and Konami has finally listened. Scythe will finally be addressed in this Forbidden Limit list, and because of such, it will now be limited to 1.
What?
This is to address the consistency and hopefully make this Scythe lock that players keep complaining about be some sort of Saki gimmick rather than a consistent combo. Brave this, brave that. Well, they're finally going to be addressing the Brave engine. No more crazy engine of Brave that is splashable in every deck. Now, there was a few ways that they were going to hit this. It was to either hit the main monster or the spell card. And so they have decided to go with the monster, the root of the problem, and that is, of course, newly forbidden Elemental Hero Brave Neos. The final policy change to be added into the game is life points are being doubled. The last time this was suggested, Ancient Leaf was bought out across every marketplace on the internet, but surely this time will be the one. Thank you everyone for watching today, and I hope you've enjoyed these new revisions. Let me know what your favorite is down in the comment section below. Remember to like and subscribe. Watch me live on Twitch every day at twitch.tv/Farfa. Join the Discord community. Follow me on Twitter, and until next time, adios. With regards to the dominance of Xyz summoning over the last decade or so, it has been introduced that white people can no longer Xyz summon. Okay, bye.